Hey everybody, what's up? This is Retrokid Reviews with my first review of 2022. Is not a movie yet. Still waiting on. Was gonna be Morbius, but then again, things changed, as probably everyone figured out last week that they delayed it till April. So I'm gonna be fumbling on mostly getting catch up on most products and movie reviews I forgot to do in 2021. So, yeah. First and foremost, I highly recommend a channel I guested on Night Ghost Kevin's channel. I was in I think a Cards Against Humanity game. Yeah, you get a taste of what I'm like on Discord calls. Believe me, I'm not as crazy as most of the groups I usually go to. So again, card there. You guys want to see some semi new content I'm technically in. Last up, speaking of products I will be reviewing next time, hopefully later this week as of this recording. Because I'm pre-taping this because I'm pretty sure I got another busy week at work ahead of me. Out of this channel wise. So yeah. Yeah. Marvel Legends. What if Captain Carter is going to be hopefully later this week as well. And I just want to say right off the top, starting off, our head sculpt is really good. You get a lot of the likeness of Haley Atwell. And as far as previews go, there is a bit of a snag with the shield. Keep in mind, this is my first Captain America MCU at all figure, so kind of went in feet first with this one. She definitely has double jointed elbows that the female figures line has been clearly needing for the longest time. I'm currently looking at my single elbow jointed X-23, and I'm already seeing K-rep ideas of them to be jealous with each other. So that being said, there is one last thing of housekeeping I want to do right now as I am reacting to it. It is Home Sweet Home Alone. To make a long story short, I've had a history in this channel not doing holiday movies because they're kind of lame, and if I had time to actually dedicate a retrospective of like the Home Alone series, I would probably go with Herd and say the first two movies are pretty good, problematic Trump scene aside for the second movie in Lost in New York. Getting to the point, the third through this movie have all been straight to video now streaming, so if I buried a lead on the top 5 best and worst movies and TV lists, I think it was the TV list I mentioned, Card 2. Anyway, getting to the point, there was a trap in Home Sweet Home Alone that rang some alarm bells for the Nerf side of the fandom. So, one last look on my chronograph I also got from the list. I actually rigged it up to the tripod, so that's where the chronograph readings are going to be. I'll try my best to see if I could get it in camera. For posterity's sake and to prove that I am doing it. You'll probably see later on with my new blaster review. Yeah, it's a Death Star trap, but I'll talk more about it after I see the clip, starting now. Okay, yeah, that's actually... paused at the 17-second mark of the clip. I'm looking at a very painted, I want to say Elite Rhino mags, if I remember that specific one. No, they're Titan mags. They have this guy's not Kevin. I think the kid actor was from. Damn it, I forgot the Oscar movie he was in. Amanda the Jedi did a quick deep dive on that kid's end too. So, that being said, yeah, it's definitely that. Let me finish the clip and I'll explain why.
Pincushion.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, you're right
there. Okay, that's all I need to see. Okay, where to start with any at all modifications to darts. Long story short, if I have my scissors here. No, I don't. The basic only, like, I guess, dart modification you should do is immediately snip this and you got a half dart. Mainly because the Venture Force waffles of what I've seen so far these last couple of years have been readily available in every Walmart / I guess X-Shot versions in Target, and the only reason why the most of the community recommends these types of darts is because they pretty much fly a hell of a lot straighter than the regular guys. Oh, case in point, since I now have a chronograph, Let me just do a quick test on both as a nice way to... Oh, this was a... I think... Forgot. It's a knockoff streamer, so we'll just use that as a base example. 63.4. So, not that bad of a range for knockoff streamlines. Avenger Force, however... 87.7, so you can definitely tell there's a 20 FPS boost. Now, what the kid in this movie did is what a lot of the Nerf fandom has pretty much wished they never saw. Basically turning any type of dart, either be it half-lengths or any darts like these Avenger Force Waffles, thumbtack modem. Basically, Brett, he called them, I think, death darts. Basically, the implementation is basically... Find something extremely thin or sharp at the top of the dart and then stick it to you instead of, I don't know, the wall or whatever you were intending to do. It's a stupid mod. It's semi-lethal, not fully lethal, but there is a chance that you could still, get an eye in there and you could permanently blind someone. There's way too many hazards there, myself included. I've never done this modification, but what I've seen in the clip itself... let's start off with the blaster. It has a lot of very retro, Eyes of Fire mod days. If those remember those, FA24 mods they used to do back in the day. I'll leave the link in the description to that mod. It's along that. He jerry-rigged it about the same on the attic. I haven't seen the full movie. I mainly was here for this exact scene. And since we're talking about double, blasters coming together as the theme for this whole thing, why not also use this as an opportunity to review the Flip 32, because how the hell else was I going to bring hide this into it? And right away, this thing is sticking to everything. And to the point where my new 4K monitor is trying its best to get this in frame. So yeah, all last year, leading up to this previous Christmas, as of this month, January-wise. Sorry for... I gotta figure out a way to date this better. Anyway, yeah. Everyone in the Nerf hobby, myself included, have made our 2 cents about Elite 2.0. Getting to the point, we wished a lot of things, like mainly this half gets screws and stuff like that. This definitely did, thankfully, when it comes to the Flip series. The materials for even like the back half of like the stock here is flimsy, but the only reason I'm excusing in this case is because there's about a good 8 pounds of plastic you have to assemble yourself. I don't know if they're permanent or whatever. I think American Foam. I'll try to leave his blog post down below, or his channel proper. He did figure out how to unscrew this part out if you want to modify it, or at least figure out a system for this to pretty much airflow a little better plunger-wise. The main gimmick is, as intended, it flips. So how you're doing it is an ambidextrous trigger here, and here on the grip. Basically it's color coded, that way you can know which is which, which is why I'd rather have this than thankfully not getting the Flip 32. There's a good reason why a lot of people, sorry, the Flip 16. I'm going to be misnaming the numbers here, so my bad in advance for normal Nerf channel watchers like myself, viewers like myself, who are probably like, oh, just get the chronograph, I will, since we're here, and I'm going to reset to the best barrel that I could probably get in this. It's also lever action in the 32's case. For the 16, they kind of flipped it around. It was bolt here and here, and then it still had the flip to where the grip would have been really helpful there. So, hopefully, if I can angle this on the chronograph, right? Hang on. Let me reset for posterity. 46.6 FPS. That's pretty much going to be the average. Again, I would love to go through every single barrel to prove my point that this is a Smart AR blaster, which means for the uninitiated, the top of the blaster is going to be the best one. However, in the Flip 32's case, it might be gradual. So another reason why, again, this is a Smart AR system is so that the entire plunger system is working on a cohesive, front-heavy, as you can see here in the Flip 32's case, air system where you cannot remove the air triggers. The air triggers are part of the feature. They're not the bug, they are the feature this time. As stated as the last couple of years. So hopefully if I angle this right, And failure to fire. Is it a warm dart, or did I... I think I might have a... Oh, it was the same... okay. Another thing, yeah, I really didn't... Okay, it's the trigger. So, yeah, I was about to get to the part where this is also a dual-stage trigger, which means you can fire one at a time, and I think I must have triggered that. Normally, the smart ARs would detect which is which, but for this particular configuration's case... Hopefully I angled this right. Again, my apologies for the wait. Still does a pretty good job. 48.6. So again, as far as like ranges go, this is probably going to get high 50s, low 60s at best if you're lucky. So 48 is probably the top shot I'm going to be getting for this. So we'll get to that as we go gradually here. The thing about the Elite 2.0 series was that the shell is more of the painting this time around, because as you can see, they did not paint both sides of the blaster, aside from the Nerf logos you usually get, as evident here. But they did a little bit of cost cutting, and for this particular blaster, I think it's been ranging from 40 to 50 bucks due to how you basically have 8 pounds of plastic in front and double the darts than they usually get. If I was Wacom, I would be reminding you to get a Villainator. I did a review of it as Jason during my Fire Fest of a summer. I didn't go to a Fire Fest, but my family had that kind of thing a few years back. So again, go to that video. That'll explain the situation better. Gun-wise. Wow, even burping, I could do a Jason voice on command. So that's good to know for when I got to do my long Halloween review. Another future review I will hopefully be doing later this year, hopefully. Anyway, getting to the point for this blaster. Functionality-wise, it's pretty good. Ergonomically, it's the best plastic you're going to be getting with the Elite 2.0 line. I've heard horror stories of mostly the Warden that was supposed to do the same things like a Rough Cut used to do, which was slam fire and all that stuff, but for some reason it was failure to slam fire. Brett also got a couple of copies of himself to prove that's still the case. I think second shipping wasn't really that bit of an issue. I'm not trusting it regardless because I have a battle camo Rough Cut that I'd rather go to war with as my secondary than that. In the case for the Flip 32, it's a fun indoor blaster. If you took this to a birthday party or whatever, you're definitely gonna be the, I guess, main show when it comes to like final bosses for like kids and stuff. If you're, it makes a good Juggernaut class if you're trying to like, you know, get a kid over in his birthday party. Totally worth it kind of vibes. As for an actual competitive blaster in the the Nerf hobby side of the things, I forgot the name of it, NCNC. And HVZ, it could technically help you as a secondary supporter in Humans vs. Zombies map type, but after that, it's better indoors, definitely. Outdoor-wise, you're gonna get outclassed. There might have been a war video of somebody trying to get some tags with this. Got a few that I thought he was gonna get, personally, so if there's time, I'll leave a link there. My overall thoughts to the Flip 32, definitely get it on sale. Definitely try to get it in like the $30 to $40 range. Clearly, this will probably clearance in some Walmart probably down the road later this year. So again, that's where we are. Last on Nerf updates before I give the rating for this is the Rival Blue series. The short I did. Yeah. Some pictures have came out on I think international waters of I think Taiwan. Yeah, Taiwan definitely picked up a couple of pics of it in their Walmarts and their Targets and their Toys R Us's, because some countries still have Toys R Us's. Bear in mind, you, for those who haven't been growing up with the Toys R Us in recent times, they were a thing and they were international and they're totally worth it if you can ever go. That's the thing. So for those blasters I mentioned, they are definitely coming soon. The internals for them look good so far. I haven't seen any pics of the internals just yet. I'm pretty sure your usual Garden Variety Nerf channel like Drag and American Foam have already probably found a way to pre-order those through their middlemen, and they're probably going to make a quick video of them when they come up. Officially in Targets and Walmarts, I don't know which stores are which yet. I'll do a quick short news on that below. As for the Home Sweet Home Alone clip itself, yeah, it's as advertised in the cringe department for people who mod Nerf for a living, which I am doing it as a hobby. But for those who did it for a living, I wish you grievances for the cringe you had to go through. So, yeah. Now, normally, I would be cutting the camera here and going to the range test for this, but range-wise, it's probably going to be about the average you're looking for. For my alley, it's like 60 feet total, so it'll probably break about half that. I'll be amazed if any of these stars even hit the door. That usually simulates ricochet and probably tells me it'll probably hit a little harder, like maybe 70 to 80. On an angle, it'll probably hit a good 80 to 85. On a full angle, like all the way up, like a mortar kind of style shot, it'll break low 100s, but at the same time, that's 32 rounds you're going to have to pick up while doing the most semi, yet not as complicated compared to the Flip 16's priming and reloading system. So, your mileage may vary of how far you want to do angle shots. Straight shot, though, it's going to be as advertised. It's probably going to be a little over 50 at best in the field. It's definitely CQB, but as far as mob potential goes, there's not really much. The springs are right housing where the smart ARs are, so it's not like entirely dead shelled here. There is like a lever mechanic. There's probably some gears, which, knowing that this is a smart AR flip system, there's going to be some gears, so you have to work with that. You can probably re-grease the gears to make sure it stays smooth. Because thankfully, the Flip 32 has this feature, the trigger feature, because in the 16, it was desyncing a couple times. Like, I could kind of manipulate the motion like this. It just did a lot of misalignment and stuff like that. So that's not the case here for Flip 32. This was a little bit delayed. That's probably why we got the price hike, because of the delay. Overall, should you pick this up? Day one, no. Like, if it's still on sale online, like Amazon or Walmart 2 or 3 years down the road, and it's like at a healthy 25 to 35 price tag, it's worth the curiosity, honestly. Tack rail-wise, there isn't really much. If you're a Coop 772 fan, the only tack rail is right here. There's no under rail, there's no side rail. Modification-wise for kits, definitely get some side rails to see if you can try to make this ampliable in the competitive side. I don't know how the hell you can even do a Picatinny kit with this, but if you can, you can. The stock is very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, for my full adult ass, this is actually a really good, comfortable blaster. The problem is the stock is very loose, and it's probably showing due to how much plastic in the front-heavy side of the blaster is why. It's a good oddity. It's a weird blaster, I'm not gonna lie, but it's doable to some extent in an indoor war. Definitely not in the outdoors, definitely not NCIC wise, and definitely not HVZ wise. So on my usual 10 system, I'll go with an average 6.5. It's nothing to write home about, but there's still a lot to work with if you can mod it. Shell-wise, you could definitely chop this off and definitely use it for, like, any other blaster that would probably kill for this kind of stock, because definitely, as weird as it sounds, if you chop the stock off this, it'll probably be less front-heavy. And I'm a big proponent of keeping stocks in, like, big, like, gimmicky blasters like this, but the fact that it went with a stock here might have been its downfall for the overall score. Average-wise on the chronographs, like I said, it's definitely pretty average for a Smart AR, I'm going to be honest. Yeah. So what did you think of this review overall? Did you think I did good with my chronograph readings as my first time around? Next time I'll try to show the reading to make sure that I'm not kidding. Like, see if I could try to angle it like this. If anything else. That all being said, welcome to 2022 of toy/movie reviews, because everything got delayed again, but here we are. And for my final thoughts for Home Sweet Home Alone, yeah, it's bad. I didn't want to talk about this on the proper review for the Nerf side of things. I'm going to chapter it hopefully here. Yeah, Buzz came back, and Buzz did a bit of a no-no, life-wise, for the actor. I'll probably get into it as a short in case you guys want to see. Let me know in the comments down below for that. I highly recommend, like I said, Amanda the Jedi, because she did the best review out of everybody so far, plot-wise. I think, oh god, I forgot, Dragonite Actress's girlfriend. I know that's a lot of specifics, but I'll leave her channel as well. She did a quick thoughts of the movie as well. Brett Osley for the Nerf side of things. And with that all being said, I am Retrokid Reviews, and yeah, Nerf, can you stop making gimmicks for the Elite 2.0 and actually make a 2.0 for something that actually would work? Like, I don't know, a Fire Strike? It's like the easiest blaster to not screw up. You wouldn't do that, right? Right?